So basically, this is the this is the tier list again. I don't know. I'm doing this again. Basically, it's down to these three people. I had KCO, XQC, and then Cedral basically all being eliminated for one particular reason. I think they fall just short. Like Cedral has the better numbers of the group, but I don't think that really is as impactful as most people believe it is. Um, he's only on one platform primarily, and he strictly only does gaming, which I believe that does hinder him a bit in these rankings. You if you want to say that's unfair or he's more consistent than the others, that's fine. But I just don't think that's not enough to get streamer of the year. XQC is interesting because while he has a case of being the most consistent streamer, he also has a case of it doesn't matter. The views don't matter. Like he has the lowest views of this group, but he's actually consistently good at most of the things he does. He tries new concepts like every other week. He was doing like producing, which is like that's like very out there. He's good at most of the games. He's actually like consistent. Um, and he doesn't need to do any gambling. He doesn't need to do anything. Like it's just strictly he's able to just do that. Now, uh, I think what holds him back is probably the lack of IRL streaming and then the lack of traveling, perhaps, or collaborations. That might be his like biggest downfall. So this tier A is streamer of the year. Streamer of the year candidate. Like they could, but they shouldn't be here. Now we're gonna go into these three. Um, this is gonna sound interesting, and you might not agree with this whatsoever. The first person I'm eliminating from this list is Speed. Speed. I think the only reason why he's a candidate, and we'll put him. Let's say we'll put him at the top of the candidate list right here, right? The only reason he's a candidate is because I believe the current streams from China to Mongolia, I think that propelled him in this category. His numbers, insane for YouTube. Collaborations, insane. Um, he's tested a few things out. He's done a few like giveaways, he's done a few challenges. Um, that's just not enough. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When I really thought about it, I was for a while I was saying to myself, is Speed like the best live streamer? And then I was looking at it like in a vacuum, no. And it might not even be close. I'm gonna be honest. Like you can honestly say that XUC or Cedro has a better case than him, but I think the recent China stream actually like propelled him. So sorry about that. What is going on? Hold on. I'm getting like weird. Okay. Now it's between these two guys. It's between these two. It is between these two. Now, so Adin, Kai, for a very short while, like a month ago, I said Adin was genuinely like the streamer of the year. After this past month, I had to rethink it. So, Adin, the past few months has collaborations have been fantastic. Brand risk has been fantastic. He averages legitimately 45 to 55K every stream alone or with people he averages like 89 to 105. I mean, you can pretty much get like whatever you want out of that, but genuinely I think that's a really good thing. I mean, look at how many people he's put on. He has an entire like group of friends, collaborations with other popular organizations, Phase, I mean AMP, I guess. I don't know I don't know what him and Mr. Beast's relationship, but we'll see. Drawbacks, not too much. So let's go for Kai. Now Kai is in the same case. Met Gala, Grammys, WWE, collaborations fire. He also averages 45 to 65K alone. uh, 100K theme stuff. His production team has been great. He does a lot of trailers, etc., etc. And now the winner is out of these two people. If I had to choose now, if I had to eliminate somebody, it would be Adin. I think Kai overtakes Adin by a small margin for streamer of the year. However, I think there's only two choices. There's really only two correct choices this year. It's only these two, and I wouldn't even be mad if somebody said Adin, but I do think I think Kai has to take it this year. So two things just recently happened, right? Kai has introduced a streamer university, which if you're not thinking about it, like that's legitimately somebody commented. Oh, that's legitimately like impressive. That's very impressive actually. Um, you can say the counter to that is that Adin has created some leagues of his own, and he's also created basically, I believe it's a soccer league, and then I think there's more things planned. He said he has planned, but I think that gives Kai a slight edge. Like he's also collaborating with like Mr. Beast, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Like Adin also has people that in his group that have the wealth and stuff, but I think until we see it, what he actually has in store, I think that might be like in people's mind, at least the streaming world, that might be a knock. Also, if you were to compare Adin's current group of friends with basically what they're doing, like streaming wise, I do think Kai's kind of win. You have Ray, you have Tylo, and the other gentleman. They all average at least, and Robert Kai, they all average at least 6 to 12K. They can be multi. They also collab. They collab with all these other creators and stuff. So essentially, to keep a long story short, I think that's the list. Yeah, let me know what y'all think.